In today's video, I'm going to dive into JungleScout's Supplier Scorecard to vet suppliers faster and avoid getting stuck with a bad manufacturer. What's up, you guys? My name is Ashley, and if you've ever tried to source a product and felt completely overwhelmed, like, is this supplier even legit? You are not alone. JungleScout's supplier database and scorecard takes out the guesswork by giving you real data on supplier performance, past shipments, and reliability, so you can make smart decisions without the stress. So what exactly is JungleScout's Supplier Scorecard? The Supplier Scorecard is part of JungleScout's supplier database tool. It gives you detailed, transparent info about real manufacturers based on their shipment history, export volume, and customer footprint. Instead of messaging dozens of suppliers on Alibaba and hoping for the best, you can compare them head to head based on what they've actually done, not what they say on their profile. Think of it like a credit score for suppliers. You see who's consistent, who has real experience with your type of product, and who other sellers are already trusting. This is really important because when you're starting or scaling a product-based business, your supplier isn't just a vendor, they're your back-end partner. A great supplier means better product quality, faster fulfillment, fewer returns, and a smoother launch. A bad one means delays, refund requests, and damage to your brand. The supplier scorecard saves you from all of that by giving you clarity up front. You're not guessing, you're making data-driven decisions based on actual shipping records and factory performance. Now, let's dive into some of the key features of the scorecard. So number one is the verified shipment history. So this is the foundation of the scorecard and one of the most important advantages. JungleScout pulls from global customs data to show you the actual products a supplier has shipped. How often and to which countries. You'll see product descriptions, shipping volumes, ports of entry, and even the companies receiving the shipments. This is really important because most supplier directories are filled with fluff. Suppliers say they can manufacture anything, but when you dig deeper, they've never actually shipped those products at scale. With the scorecard, you're no longer guessing, you're looking at real-world proof that a supplier can deliver your product and do it consistently. Number two is shipment frequency and volume trends. Each supplier's scorecard includes a breakdown of how many shipments they've made over time, along with a visual timeline that shows volume trends. This matters because a supplier that shipped 15 containers last month and only one in the last 3 months might be dealing with reliability issues, supply chain disruptions, or scaling problems. By seeing shipment frequency over time, you can spot red flags like declining output or build confidence that a supplier is stable and capable of meeting growing demand. For example, if you're planning to scale a product quickly, you want a supplier who can grow with you. Consistent volume equals less risk. Number three is product alignment. So JungleScout lists their types of products each supplier has historically shipped. This just helps you match your product ideas with the supplier's real capabilities. You can just search by keyword, ASIN, or category and view a supplier's full product scope. This is important because let's just say you're launching an insulated water bottle. You want to work with a supplier who specializes in drinkware, not someone who primarily ships plastic toys and once dabbled in bottles. Product alignment improves production quality, lead times, and your ability to negotiate better terms because they've already refined the process for your type of product. Number four is import/export partner visibility. The scorecard also shows you who the supplier has shipped to, including the names of US-based companies that have received goods. This transparency is key. It helps you validate their client base and spot potential competitors using the same manufacturer. This matters because if a supplier has shipped thousands of units to a well-known Amazon brand, that's a sign of legitimacy and quality. On the flip side, if you see they're working with dozens of low-volume clients, they might be spread too thin or functioning as a trading company rather than a dedicated factory. As a pro tip, if you find a supplier your competitors are using, you can model their quality or beat them on branding and fulfillment. Number five is business details and company structure. Each scorecard includes the supplier's full company profile. So business name and location, company type, manufacturer versus trading company, contact details, factory region, and registration info. Working with a true manufacturer gives you more control, lower costs, and better communication. Trading companies act as a middleman, and while they can be useful, they often mark up pricing and can complicate custom requests. JungleScout's transparency lets you filter out middlemen and go straight to the source. Number six is side-by-side supplier comparison. You can compare multiple suppliers on one screen, look at shipment frequency, product alignment, business type, and export trends. This saves time and simplifies decision-making. This matters because sourcing isn't isn't just about finding a supplier, it's about finding the best fit. Being able to line up 3 to 5 options side by side helps you make smart, fast calls about who's worth reaching out to and who might be a backup option. Think of this like a supplier draft board. You can see your top picks, eliminate weak options, and plan your outreach with confidence. Number 7 is exportable lists and outreach tools. Once you've shortlisted suppliers, JungleScout lets you export their scorecards into a spreadsheet or save them directly into your dashboard. You can also use pre-built outreach templates to message them, referencing the exact products and data you found. This is important because a professional first email makes you stand out. Instead of saying, "Hi, I'm interested in your product," you can say, "I saw your company shipped 8,000 units of insulated water bottles to the US last quarter. I'm launching a similar product and would love to discuss MOQ and lead times." That kind of a language builds instant trust and usually gets you a faster, more serious response. Number 8 is global reach, not just Alibaba. Unlike platforms limited to Alibaba or Chinese exporters, JungleScout's Supplier Scorecard uses global customs data from countries around the world. This includes suppliers in the US, India, Vietnam, Mexico, and more, giving you access to nearshore and alternative sourcing options. This matters because diversifying your supply chain is no longer optional. Whether you're trying to reduce shipping times, avoid tariffs, or just source closer to your customer base, JungleScout gives you visibility beyond just China-based suppliers. Number 9 is visual timeline of supplier activity. One of the newer features is a scrollable month-by-month timeline showing when a supplier made each shipment, how often, and what they were shipping. This just gives you a zoomed out view of their production rhythm. Are they steady year-round, or do they spike during Q4? Use this insight to time your own outreach or inventory, planning around their production cycle. Now, just as a bonus tip, you can pair with product research. If you're also using JungleScout's product tracker or opportunity finder, you can go from idea, supplier, launch, all inside one platform. You find a hot product, validate it's trending, and then immediately check which suppliers are already shipping it in volume. That's what makes JungleScout's Supplier Scorecard really stand out. It's not just a directory, it's a direct link between product research and supply chain execution. Now, let's go over some of the pros and cons of using the Supplier Scorecard. The biggest benefit is that you're making decisions based on real-world data. You're not just trusting a profile photo or rating. You're seeing exactly what the supplier has shipped, when, and to whom. It also saves you hours of manual filtering and back and forth emails with suppliers who aren't even a good fit. And because it shows global suppliers, not just Alibaba ones, you get a wider range of sourcing options. Now, some of the cons. So to access the Supplier Scorecard, you need to be one of the higher tier JungleScout plans. If you're on a tight budget, that might feel like a stretch up front. Also, while the data is powerful, you still need to vet your top choice through samples and factory communication. This tool is a shortcut, but it's not a full replacement for due diligence. Now, let's go over some of the different plans and pricing options. If you want to make sure you're getting the best price possible, use our exclusive link in the description below. Once you click that link, you can go ahead and click save 30%. As you can see, they have a couple different options here. And again, if you use our link, you can save up to 30% off. They have a couple different options here. They've got the 1 month, the 3 month, and the 1 year. So with the 1 month, you can save 10% off, which is $59 per month. With this, you get access to Chrome extension, JungleScout Academy, Opportunity Finder, Product Database, Supplier Database, Keyword Scout, Listing Builder, Rank Tracker, Email Campaigns, Product Promotions, Inventory Manager, Sales Analytics, Alerts, and 24/7 customer support. Then they have the 3-month plan, which you can save 25% off, which is $149. All of these plans come with the same access, but it just depends on how long of a term that you would like to commit to. Then lastly, they have the 1-year plan, which you can save 30% off, which brings it to $399. Again, you get everything included. What's cool about them too is they do have a 7-day money back guarantee. So if you are not happy or don't feel like it's the best fit for you, you can get your money back, no questions asked, within the 7 days. Is this for you? If you're looking for a long-term supplier and want to avoid the common beginner mistakes, the Supplier Scorecard is 100% worth using. It gives you leverage, insights, and speed, especially if you're launching a new product or switching manufacturers. You'll find better partners, avoid red flags, and get your business moving faster with way less risk. Again, if you want to check them out, the link is in the description. I do just want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we do earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance because it just helps us to continue making free content just like this. I know how overwhelming it can feel to try to choose a supplier. There's so much information out there and it's hard to know who you can actually trust. That's why I think the Supplier Scorecard is such a game changer. It gives you real data up front, so you're not guessing, hoping, or relying on vague promises. This channel is dedicated to helping e-commerce sellers build real businesses without all all of the guesswork. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and leave any comments or questions below. We would absolutely love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.